The past few days, we have covered the first type, the first component of right speech, abstaining from false speech. The first out of 4. So the 4 components are abstaining from false speech, abstaining from slanderous speech, abstaining from harsh speech, and abstaining from idle chatter. Today, we are going to dive into the second type of right speech, abstaining from slanderous speech. Pisunaya Vachaya Veramani. He avoids slanderous speech and abstains from it. What he has heard here, he does not repeat there, so as to cause dissension there. And what he has heard there, he does not repeat here, so as to cause dissension here. Thus, he unites those that are divided, and those that are united, he encourages. Concord gladdens him. He delights and rejoices in concord. And it is concord that he spreads by his words. So let's define a few words here. Dissension.
Dissension.
Disagreement that leads to discord. Or other synonyms, just a disagreement or dispute. Difference of opinion. And so what is discord? Discord is also disagreement between people as opposite to concord. Agreement or harmony between people or group. So this line here is a little bit indented to show that this is actually from a sutta. So this sutta is from Anguttara Nikaya 10.176. I have prepared the full sutta here. So if you are interested to read the full sutta, I'll paste it in the chat. Okay. Who would like to read the next paragraph? How about Aikim? Would you like to read?
Slanderous speech is speech intended to create enmity and division, to alienate one person or group from another. The motive behind such speech is generally aversion, resentment of a rival's success or virtue, the intention to tear down others by verbal denigrations. Other motives may enter the picture as well. The cruel intention of causing hurt to others, the evil desire to win affection for oneself, the perceived delight in seeing friends divided.
Thanks, Aikim. So firstly, alienate.
Alienate.
Alienate, to make someone feel isolated or estranged. Estrange. So we want to isolate one person or group from another. Do you see this happening in your circle of friends? Maybe doesn't have to be Buddhist, but can be Buddhist as well. You know, for me, I used to have a circle of friends before pre-Buddhism. Pre-Buddhism means before I explore Buddhism. So this group of friends are chronic gossipers. Every time we meet, they will always talk about people. And it's not necessarily lying, but the way they talk about people is so, I would say, not so nice, you know. So these groups of people I would call the gossipers. And Well, sometimes it's also myself feels fun when they do this kind of thing. I was like, oh, they talk about this guy. Oh, I didn't know about this. And like I'm not gonna lie, it was fun, but I don't also feel like something is not so right within this, within these people. So, but gradually, when my circle of friends starts to gradually shift to more Buddhists, I gradually abandon these people in my circle of friends. So I guess that's one good thing that Buddhism has brought me. But I have to say, Buddhists are not free of gossipers as well. So I realized this. It's like, oh, some Buddhists also enjoy gossiping. So we are not, we are not, as pure as I thought. So, I mean, after all, Buddhists are also human. So, but still, the shift is, I think, is also good for me. So I'm not sure if you guys have this experience, or maybe you guys are part of it, part of the gossipers. You delight and enjoy in talking about people. I don't know. You don't have to raise your hand. The motive behind such speech is generally aversion, resentment of a rival's success or virtues, the intention to tear down others by verbal denigration. So, okay, firstly, here, create enmity. Enmity here is defined as a feeling of active opposition or hostility. Hostility, animosity, antagonism. The other word here, denigrations.
Denigration.
Denigration, the action of unfairly criticizing someone or something. And other motives, the cruel intention of causing hurt to others, the evil desire to win affection for oneself, the perverse delight in seeing friends divided. So what is perverse? Showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable. Second definition, contrary to the accepted or expected standard of practice. Yes, so this is about this paragraph. And in Singapore, this also has become the law of defamation. Yeah. Defamation Act, Chapter 75. It was actually established in it's a bit too small, maybe I touch it. Can see? Yeah. Defamation Act, Chapter 45 is established in 1957 and is revised in 2014. Yeah. So if you read the papers, there's a lot of defamation case. Not a lot, but occasionally you will see one or two. So the recent one, if you guys keep track of, the marathoner Saw Rui-yong, he has to pay 180K to Ashley Liu over defamatory statement. So, this is I intentionally took this example just to show that this doesn't have to happen in politics, even though it happens a lot in politics. Yeah. So what happened was both of them are marathoners. And then in one race, the guy on the right claimed that he intentionally slowed down because all the other runners make a wrong turn. So the guy on the right, Ashley Liu, the guy on the left is on the left, yeah. Ashley Liu claimed that he intentionally slowed down so that other runners can catch up. Because of that, he won a fair play award, from the organizer. But the guy on the right, So Ryo, he said that he did not do that. It's false. So he got the award, the fair play award, by lying. And then it's not just once. He keeps repeating his statement publicly over and over. So finally, the guy on the left, Ashley Liu, took action and then brings it to the court, says that the guy on the right defamed me. So it goes to court. Long story short, the guy on the right loses. The court decided that Ashley Liu, in fact, was telling the truth. So the guy on the right, So Ryo, he has to pay 180K to Ashley Liu. Yeah. You can follow this story if you want. I paste it in the chat. So this is one instance that is pretty recent that shows the impact of slanderous speech. And it is actually a law in Singapore that you should not defame others. So this was very recent, September 23rd. So it's just almost 2 months ago. Yeah, and the reason I bring in all these examples so that we can, bring back or relate Dharma back to our daily lives. So, any comments or questions from you so far about this, about gossip? Okay, if not, I think we can continue reading. And Aiken, would you like to nominate the next person to read?
Can Sister Sing Hui take over? Thank you.
Okay.
Slanderous speech is one of the most serious moral transgressions. The root of hate makes the unwholesome karma already heavy enough. But since the action usually occurs after deliberation, the negative force becomes even stronger because premeditation adds to its gravity. When the slanderous statement is false, the two wrongs of falsehood and slander combine to produce an extremely powerful, unwholesome karma. This canonical text records several cases in which the calumny of an innocent party led to an immediate rebirth in the plane of misery.
Thanks, Sing Hui. Okay, let's define a few difficult words here. Actually, do you guys know what slander means, right? Maybe we just define this. The action of crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. And then, transgression, an act that goes against a law, rule, or code of conduct, and offense. Offense, crime, sin, wrongdoing. Yeah. In Buddhism, we don't use the word sin. Premeditation. Let's see what this is. The action of planning something, especially a crime beforehand, intent. So, another word for planning. Adds to its gravity, its seriousness. When the slanderous statement is false, the two wrongs of falsehood and slander combine to produce an extremely powerful, unwholesome karma. The canonical text, okay, let's define this again. Canonical, according to order by canon law. So it's like our own text, included in the list of sacred books officially accepted as genuine. So canonical text here means our Pali text. Record several cases in which the calumny of an innocent party led to an immediate rebirth in the plane of misery. So what is calumny?
Calumny.
Calumny. The making of false and defamatory statements about someone in order to damage their reputation. In other words, it's also slander. This is really serious. The moment you did slander of an innocent party, so both slander and falsehood combines, led to an immediate rebirth in the plane of misery. So whether animals or hell. So this is really serious. Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, if not, Xing Hui, would you like to nominate next person to read?
Can we have Sister Tammy?
The opposite of slander, as the Buddha indicates, is speech that promotes friendship and harmony. Such speech originate from a mind of loving kindness and sympathy. It wins the trust and affection of others who feel they can confide in one without fear that their disclosures will be used against them. Beyond the obvious benefits that such speech brings in this present life, it is said that abstaining from slander has its karmic result and the gain of retinue of friends who can never be turned against one by the slanderous words of others.
Thanks, Tammy. So, any difficult words here? The gain of a retinue of friends. So here, retinue.
Retinue.
A group of advisors, assistants, or others accompanying an important person. So I think what this line means is that you will gain a group of friends who can never be turned against one another by slanderous words of another. Yeah. So maybe, for example, if someone tell me something bad about Sai Kiang, then I would say, why you talk back about Sai Kiang? So I protect Sai Kiang. Just an example. So we have finished the second type of right speech, abstaining from slanderous speech. Any of you have questions or comments? No, it's pretty straightforward for you. You can think about some examples of slanderous speech, be it in your own personal life or also in the news, in the paper. Yeah, when you read the paper, if you see defamatory act, one guy gets sued for defamation. And then now the trend is whoever gets sued, they will do some kind of a crowdfunding for people to help them to raise the funds to pay for this defamation lawsuit. Yeah, in the end, it feels like they get away scot-free. So this is also interesting. Okay, if no question or comments, we can wrap up for the day or for the morning, not for the day. The day is still long. Dedication of merits. 宴消三障诸烦恼，宴的却会证明了。普愿罪障悉消除，实是常行菩萨道。阿弥陀佛。Till we meet again, may we be guided by the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And have a deep reflection day ahead. And happy holiday.
Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone, and see you
Thank you,
guys again.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
See
Marcel.
you.